Okay, Cape Blanco Lighthouse, based on photography by Eileen Matos Morgan. So, this is the oldest lighthouse in Oregon. I think Mavis pointed that out here our last show with this. 1870 when it was built, and it's continually operated. And so that's kind of interesting too. It's still in operation. It's not just fake. So let's get on this thing here. Whoa! Okay. So, wet, rainy Sunday here in Portland. Well, been having really wet spring here. Let's just get on it. I think I could finish this thing today. So I'm going to get a little more sap green out here. Get this bluff that's up here. More Prussian blue. I'd be interested if there's a Persian blue. Sap green. A little more yellow, I think. Yellow. God, it's right on top. Buy a lotto ticket. Get a bigger brush. That's too big. That's about right. Bigger brush. Hey, Anthony. Oh, just go take the hands off the wheel and just text away. No, I appreciate that. Keep safe. Oh, I've gone by cars where somebody was texting and there was no hands on the steering wheel. You know, you're just like, pull over. I was behind a car entering the freeway here and wonder why he was going so slow, and then finally got around it and realized they're texting away. And this particular freeway entrance is terribly dangerous here in Portland. Oh, it's a nightmare. There's so many lanes going, crisscrossing and everything. That is one thing here in Portland. We don't have the greatest on and off access to the freeways here. It's like everything was an afterthought. Oh, I guess I should have a ramp there. Till I get on. Yeah, this is the oldest lighthouse in Oregon. Cape Blanco. A little tuft of grass. This is like on top of a bluff here. Went to the Rose Parade yesterday. It was nice to see it. It hasn't been up and running for 3 years. It's just like, it was nice. Even though it was a shortened version of it, it was still nice to see it going. People having fun, kids out there playing and stuff. So that was nice. This is a brick building. So we're going to kind of make it brickish. But it was just nice seeing that, seeing some of the cheer come back to things, you know? Increase that just a little bit. Change brushes here. Yeah. Oh, couldn't help myself. All right. Oops, here's the problem. This is like a tile roof. It curves a little bit here. Add a little bit of red here. Okay. Here we are. Red. I had to put duct tape on my red because when I cut into the box that it was shipped in, I cut right into the darn tube. I just like, oh, you got to be kidding me. So thank goodness I had some duct tape and got that fixed. It seemed to do the trick. So couldn't believe that. And, as you know, cadmium red isn't the cheapest of paint. And so that was kind of an irritation to me. I was not like I'm just rolling in cash over here. You can hear my squeaky floor. That rain just continues to come down. We've had one really wet spring. They were showing our reservoirs here completely full, which is a good thing for us, obviously. All right, not down there in California they got problems, but up here in Portland, nope. Anything we got a problem with a little bit too much water. They're actually having to close the east side bicycle paths because they're getting they're underwater. So, and the Parks Department says they're not even sure when they're going to be able to reopen. Squeak, squeak, squeak. No, doesn't take much to entertain me. I've always said, if you want to entertain me, just give me a garden hose so I could go out and water things. I could be out there for hours. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of yellow here. A little brighter. Because the tile wraps around like this over this edge. Same thing here. It's like a little shed off the back of this thing. It's probably where they added the bathroom. When this thing was built, that was the old pit toilets, and imagine that out there in the wind and the rain of the Pacific, and you have to go do your duty. Oh, that's probably like, oh, can I hold it in? Oh, I can't. I was at Mount Vernon there, in just outside of D.C., George Washington's place. It was just so funny to see the outhouses. You're just like, yep, he might have been president, but he still had to poop on the pooper outside. Coming in with dark here. I had planned to work in the garden today, but I don't think so. Not too thrilled to be out there with rain coming down on top of me. No. Okay, coming in with a smaller brush. That's too small. Probably, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that should work. A bit of white here, a little bit of yellow ochre, and just a smidgen of, oh, that's too much. A little more, a little more. There we go. It's like this white trim that goes along here. Remember, the sun's coming this direction. That's always, for me, that's the most important thing, to keep in mind where that light's coming from. Okay, coming in with blue, a little bit of brown. That must be a down, a gutter. Oh, they could get some storms out here. I'll tell you that one. Phew, man, they could get storms. They had a wave crash into this area here. I think it was. There was the wave was over 100 feet tall. It's just, good grief. Can you imagine encountering that thing? Like I said, I'm almost done with my jail period from Facebook, but I'm really enjoying the YouTube, and I know I've had a little bit of a falling off of some people, but yes, like I said, Anthony, patience. And that's a big truth to that. You can hear that squeak, squeak, squeak. This is actually the main building is all brick, but this I'm going to guess. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just going to say I bet that's the bathroom guy added. My parents used to have this lake cabin out there on Newman Lake, Washington. It's out there almost on the Idaho border, outside of Spokane, and it had an outhouse. And I'll tell you what, when I'd stay overnight there at the little cabin, and they would, you're like, oh, I have to do it. Oh. It's just so funny. You're just like, oh, and I could tell, like, I swear I had a spider pole waddle across the crack of my butt. I tell you that one right now. uh, well, at least one thing I'm learning my Oregon history a little bit here. Okay, coming in with Prussian blue, a little bit of Van Dyke brown, Okay. Been having a lot of fun doing these lighthouses, though. I'll tell you that one. I have fun doing the Portland scenes. I have fun all the landscapes too, and of course, you know me. I love the science fiction. That's what I got my start on was science fiction. I still think it's funny when the army found out I could actually draw and paint. I guess what I ended up doing. Somebody needs a mural. Hey. Up here, there's a little more water than that. If you kind of want a straight edge, kind of got to add the water, fill in those little bumpiness of the roughness of the canvas. Yeah, we're gonna get done with this. I do a little bit of work on the ocean side there. It's off in the distance that you're seeing it, so there's virtually no detail, but you just kind of got to make sure you can see that that's the ocean, that's the Pacific out there. windows here. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's do that. Have to take a quick gandaroo here. Okay. Ready. I'm in with a smaller brush. White here mixed in with a little bit of yellow ochre. I always say the yellow ochre is, it warms up that white. It still holds true, that makes it the brain think it's white with light on it. How's that? Ooh, that was deep. Yeah. Gotta come in just a smidgen of blue. That's going that way. More water, more blue. Okay, and that's going to go like so. Okay. Oh, jeez. Probably my speaker is all the way over here. Goodness. There we are. God, all the things you have to remember to do. I need a camera crew. I desperately need a camera crew. Okay, there we go. Okay. go. Okay, what I'm going to do is take a smaller brush here. A little bit smaller. Nothing really drastically smaller, but smaller. Add a little bit of yellow to that. Brighten that red up here. Yeah, there we go. Because like I said, sun's coming this way. And you get done with this. Yes, I think so. Still thinking. Still confident. Okay, now I'm going to come in with unpronounceable blue. And, oh, right on top. Wow, get a lotto ticket. Doesn't take much to get me excited. Let me see, I'm gonna have to get some new brushes. That was good. Come in with white and blue. With the clouds. There's a couple other photographs I have of this particular lighthouse that I'm probably planning on using. I think that'd be kind of cool too. So we're gonna definitely get in there. I've got most of the lighthouses. I got a few more to go, and I want to do that. And but I don't want to get away too far from like the Portland stuff and all that stuff. I want every, yeah. No idea. Buddy! Oh, it doesn't take much. Nutty dum buddy. Oh dear. I do that. There we go. Just scrubbing away here. Scrubbing away. I'm getting out of the way here, trying to. Yeah, but this is a phthalo blue. I think that's how you pronounce it. I always call it unpronounceable blue. But to me, it gives me when I mix titanium white with it, it gives me a much truer sky color. So that's why I use that one. And everybody has their own blue that they use, and that doesn't make your blue wrong. I always try to emphasize, if it works for you, it works, but this is what I do, So I can't emphasize that enough too. There really is no proper way of doing it. There's just, it's the key is just having fun. If you're not having the fun, then get out of it, Squeak, squeak, squeak. And on an ocean, it's just virtually always anything right towards the surface of the ocean is going to have, mist and everything else, because that's a lot of water sitting there getting mixed around. Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna get done with this. I have confidence. Let's see. Let me get my magenta out here. I gotta order more paint. I see. Yep. There's my magenta. Ugh. Cool. There we go. I don't need much. I found magenta mixed with Prussian blue mimics another purple that I used to use, and I said, well, guess what? We're going to do that. Any tricks you can find, do it. There's people think that, oh, I'm cheating. So no, you're not. You just found a better way to do it. I always thought it was funny. It was Bill Gates, one of his quotes. He says, find a lazy person to do the task, because they're going to find the easiest way to do it. Yeah, there's some truth to that. There really is no cheating in art. I mean, you just there's no such thing. Let's just put it that way. I mean, the only time I think when you're kind of pushing it is like when you copy somebody else's artwork and then call it your own idea. That's just out and out, copying. But it's one thing if you say, well, this is a copy of a Rembrandt, or something like that, then that's different. But yeah, that's about the only thing I could think of is that. And I'm a big supporter of acrylic paint, and I just think it's so funny when you have somebody turn their nose up at it, and you're like, what? I think if Rembrandt was around, he'd probably use an acrylic. He says, what in the heck are you using? There's nothing against oil. I don't want to sound like I'm critical of oil. I'm not. Because I've done some oil paintings, and oil is beautiful. Sometimes oil really captures the light. And I tell you what, if you want to have something that's kind of fun to do, we might have to do that project sometime here soon. Is uh, mixing oil with acrylic, and not mixing it. Now, when I want to say mix, I say, always follow the rule: acrylic down first and then oil. But because you can't mix the two, but you can actually combine the two. And sometimes by doing that, you create this amazing 3D effect because the oil is a different type of paint, but similar. And so, yeah, that's something we're going to have to do, I think. Might be fun. Oh, okay, not myself. Sorry, got excited there for a second. You guys are probably, oh boy, that one has serious mental problems. Yeah, we're going to get done with this. A lot more white than that. There we go. And more white than that. Getting the right blend here. There we go. It's a brick structure built in the 1870. Actually, that's when it actually opened, was 1870. So I'm sure they started construction earlier than that. Oldest lighthouse in Oregon. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Scrub. Okay. Get that. Now we want to get onto the glass itself up here. It has that big, giant light bulb in the middle of it. And you could actually see it in the photograph. So we're going to add that. Actually, I'm going to go with this brush. It's a tiny brush, but I think that might be wiser to do that. So They're like these giant eggs. That's the light. That's the big honker there. Get back to another brush. Add just a smidgen of there we go. I haven't been out on the coast in a while. I need to get out there. They're almost like they're small castles, you know? They're not. They're to protect. Another brush. I might get a little more finer one here. See if I still got some new ones over here. Ah, my goodness. Viola. Whoa! Okay, I myself got excited there for a second. When I say fine, I mean fine. I love these angled flat brushes. I'm not exactly sure the proper terminology for them, but I don't really care. That's what I call them. No idea. All right, we're going to get done. Might push it a little bit, but we're going to get done. I'm just going to get this done. I'll get this done today. Getting this done. Hey, Diane! Hey, Mavis! My God, I was getting lonely here. You should see the wild parties that go inside that lighthouse there, Diane. I just want you to know. Mm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get done with this, Mavis. I'm pretty positive. Almost there. Gosh, glad to see you guys get on board. Yeah, guys, gals, humanitarians. But no, yeah, I was looking at the history of this lighthouse. It's quite interesting. You know, you were making the comment, Mavis, that it was the oldest. You know, like it is. Yeah, it's 1870 when the thing was built. Pretty old structure here. Oregon, that's old. Besides your indigenous peoples of villages and stuff like that, which is thousands of years old, of course. You hear my squeaky floor as I walk back and forth here. So a little bit of a shadow line here. Yeah, we're definitely going to get done with this one here. Will be done. What a cool structure, though. It's brick. It's a brick building. Built in the 1870s. Yep. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm careful when I say, that's what I grew up with in school. You always say, oh, the oldest town, blah, 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 blah. And I said, no. There's been stuff here a lot longer than that. And I think we have a tendency to overlook those things. There's just like distant hillsides here. Yeah, we're going to definitely get done with this. There's a telephone pole sticking out there in the middle of nowhere. Let me take a look at that original photograph. When I was stationed in Germany, that's what got me, was how old some things really were. You're just like going, God, like there was a shop there was a store actually in the little town I worked in that the same family owned it since the 1300s. You know, it's just like, going, wow, that's pretty impressive. Same family. Come back in here with a bigger brush, a little bit bigger. Yeah, that'll work. Had Anthony on earlier today. He was driving somewhere, so yeah. On the road. Let's take a look at this some more. We're going to tough up that grass just a little bit, and then we're going to call it. Holy crap, Otis, I'm very close to that hour, but we're going to get done with this. We're going to get done with it. I am confident. I'll stop talking here and actually paint. Whoa, couldn't help myself, sorry. Get that tree in there. Now, you really think about the strength of these buildings to withstand those storms that they get. They're coming across the Pacific. It's absolutely amazing that they could do that. 1870. Tree down here. Yeah, we're gonna get done. We're gonna get done. Bear with me. We might go over just a little bit. Not much. It's kind of toughening up this grass. You think about how tough that grass has to be. It sits there in the salt water, wind, and rain, and yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get done. We just kind of hit this a little bit, and we got it. Green, sap green, and mixed in with Prussian blue. I plan to be back on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific time. The new painting. So, yeah. Trying to get people to make that transition over. A little bit of yellow. More yellow. Okay. I think on that, we're going to call it good. Got a shadow line that comes across here, so we're going to get that in there real quick. Okay. Yeah, just one last thing here. We're going to be able to sign this. A little wider. Okay. And on that note, I think I'm going to sign it. Whoa! All right. Cape Blanco, based on photography by Eileen Matos Morgan. All right. Sign this thing. Yes, it needs a little more yellow. Don't make your signature the painting, but at the same time, make your signature so you can actually see it. Like, crap. There we go. Put my famous thumbprint on it. Gotta have that thumbprint. Whoa! All right, there it is. Cape Blanco Lighthouse, oldest lighthouse in Oregon. So take care. Thank you for joining me. Oh, we got me actually. Merrick, right at the end here. Anthony, hello. Thank you. Thank you. Take care, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Oh.